Vortex, do you think that there's a type of porn that involves smoothie mouth? You know what I'm talking about? I know you know what I'm talking about if you watch this channel. You know all about smoothie mouth. Well, if you don't know about smoothie mouth, we're gonna let you know right now, okay? This is smoothie mouth. See that? That's smoothie mouth. They have like pornographic shorts. The pornographic short of smoothie mouth would just be this. What do they call people that like food? Foodies. No, but there's some sort of pornographic term for people that are into like really, really fat chicks. But I know that there's some sort of fetish for like feeding somebody. I mean, I really don't want to know that much about it because it's kind of disgusting. But I'm sure that fetish mainly exists in America. I don't think that they would have that fetish in Asia. Definitely not in an impoverished country, right? I mean, that might not be such a bad thing. I know I sound ungrateful, but it's like we have all these choices, right? We have all these choices, but they're all bad choices, though. Like that joke that I do about political dildos. It's like you can either pick the red dildo or you can pick the blue dildo. You're still getting fucked in the ass either way, but at least you get to pick the dildo, right? That's how they treat us. Like we should be so fucking grateful that we get to pick the dildo that fucks us. I think you should bring that joke back. I feel like it's time. Yes, it's time for me to pretend that I'm a real comedian and sculpt a joke. Well, I said that they could replace all those dildos with rainbow dildos. What I find interesting about doing stand-up is that, you know, I mentioned this in one of my recent stand-up sets, and I hated this set, by the way, the one that I did at Cafe Coco. I hate it when I'm, like, arrogant. Like, because I think that arrogance is, like, one of the worst traits. And even if it's funny, even if I'm using it in a bit, it's still just disgusting to me. But I was talking about how, like comics do their smart jokes whenever I'm in the room, and I always laugh before they get to the punchline because, well, typically I know what the punchline's gonna be, but I already find the premise of the joke funny, and I already know the direction that they're gonna I saying? I was talking about comedy. Oh, yeah, when it comes to like some jokes that I do, it's like the audience is only on board for like half of it. Unless it's just a really stupid joke and everybody gets it. It's like people are just laughing at different times, you know? And I can gauge how funny you are, or how right you are, or how smart you are, based off of like what part of the joke you laughed at. Because the punchline, hairball, the punchline is, in my opinion, is there to prove how stupid the audience is. Because it took them that long to get it, you know? But I think if you really appreciate comedy and understand the art form, you really appreciate like leading up to it. Leading up to, should I switch lanes? I feel like I should switch lanes. We did it. We made a decision, y'all. It's weird. Damn it! Why did you have to do that? The whole reason I switched lanes is so that I wouldn't be behind you. And you followed my plan, you piece of shit. Semi-truck. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Okay, they're leaving. Never mind. Look. It's alright. We forgive you, Schneider. We forgive you. Mainly because you did what I wanted you to do. So it's not real forgiveness. Anyway. Yeah, I've just been thinking a lot about my comedy routines. And you know, something I've noticed though is like the real stuff that I've been talking about, people really understand it. And it's not just comedians that understand it. It's mainly comedians that understand it, but I think that it's also non-comedians, like weirdos, people with bad habits, which are many, many people. Okay, you don't have to be a comedian to understand Amy Gross, but if you understand Amy Gross, you probably are a comedian. Okay. You gotta be an artist, I think. Because I know that my art's bad. A lot of it's bad, but some of it's really, really good. But that's the risk, you know? Putting yourself out there is a risk. Putting yourself out there all for people to shit all over you and act like you're an idiot because you thought it was a good idea to do that. The only thing that I regret is like reaching out to certain people. I'm trying not to do that. I'm just gonna let them come to me. They probably won't, but let's pretend that people are cool.